This is the first time in the history of Counter-Strike that we've seen a market crash this big. So in this video I'll try to answer a question that most of us probably wonder. If Valve already makes a ton of money from CS2 skins, why release an update that could throw all that away and potentially damage the trust between them and the community they've built over the years? There's not one single correct explanation for this, but I think I have a pretty good idea to why they decided to do it anyways. This is just my take on it, and I'd love to hear what you think down below in the comment section. And if you're new around, make sure to join the community and my Discord as well to take part in giveaways like this one. Now a quick word from today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. This video is brought to you by SkinsMonkey, the easy to use trading site. You simply select the item you want to trade and receive and use my code VOTESY for up to $5 free. Any leftover money will be added to your balance, and if you're looking to deposit money to the site, don't forget to use my code once again for an additional 5% off. Check the top of my description and claim your free bonuses today. I've heard a lot of people say that the addition of knife and glove trade-up contracts was a direct result of the Chinese market manipulation, which has recently gotten out of hand. You see, I don't think that is the case, and here's why. Market manipulation has been around for much longer than most people think. It's just recently gotten a lot more attention because large Chinese trading groups have scaled it up massively. Pretty much every type of item has been affected by manipulation to some degree, and if Valve really wants to shut that down, this update would be a super inefficient way of doing it. I don't think Valve cares enough about market manipulation to actually do something about it, or at least not yet. Making large adjustments to the market would normally be a terrible financial move for Valve. It would risk the confidence between the community and the company, and with the market cap recently hitting an all-time high, it would be foolish to jeopardize that. But this update specifically targets knives and gloves, and there's a good reason for it. These items have become ridiculously expensive over the past years, in part due to manipulation, but also just general hype. And since gloves and knives are one of the most iconic parts of Counter-Strike, the fact that the majority of people actually can't afford them has become a problem for Valve. By adding trade-up contracts, Valve made it slightly easier for the average player to get their dream knife or a glove. It's almost like they're sending a message. Skins are just a part of the game, not a stock market. Now, I don't think this will actually solve the problem, but it definitely sends a message to investors and market manipulators alike. And let's be honest, Valve has never really been known for doing things purely out of kindness. In the past, they've squeezed every last penny out of their biggest events, like extending majors and monetizing just about everything they can. So I doubt this update was just made to be nice to the average player. Instead, there's another big reason Valve might have done this: money. You can't sell items for more than $2,000 on the Steam market. Because so many knives and gloves have gotten insanely expensive recently, a lot of people have been forced to use third-party sites to sell them on instead. Valve makes around 13% from every item sold on the Steam market, so they obviously want people to stay within their own ecosystem. By releasing this update, Valve essentially made some of those overpriced items tradable and sellable on Steam again. At the same time, they also increased the demand for all the red skins, the coverts, since they are using trade-up contracts to get knives and gloves. In simple terms, Valve didn't just crash the market, they shifted it. Knives got cheaper, reds got more expensive, and Valve ended up making more money from the Steam market activity overall. And here's where it gets interesting. It's probably not a coincidence that Valve recently added a Genesis terminal to the game. I think they're trying to dodge a future bullet. More and more countries are realizing that CS2 indirectly enables a form of gambling through loot boxes. The Genesis terminal helps Valve move away from that perception. It looks cleaner and more transparent from the outside. Now, with the addition of trade-up contracts for knife and gloves, it's easier to argue that these items can actually be crafted in-game, not just unboxed from cases. From a legal standpoint, that makes CS2 look a little bit less like a gambling system and a bit more like a regular game economy. Overall, I doubt this update was primarily aimed at stopping market manipulation, but it did indirectly affect it anyway. For the average player, this update was great, since this is an exciting addition to trade-ups, and this will also allow more people to buy their dream knives. Unfortunately, this came at a cost. For the small group of players who've invested a lot of money and trust into the game's economy, this update hit them hard. On the bright side, similar events have happened before, and the market will most likely recover this time around as well. At the end of the day, Valve might have just found another clever way to disguise their loot box system, while simultaneously making the game look more player-friendly. And maybe, just maybe, this was a reminder to everyone who sunk too much money into pixels. It's still just a video game, meant to be enjoyed for the gameplay and the skins, not the economy behind it.